Hey everybody, Wayne here. In today's Recon, I'm going to unbox Conquering the Valley, designed by Claude Whalen and published by Tiny Battle Publishing. Alright, so Conquering the Valley is obviously an American Civil War game. It has two battles across Keys and Port Republic. Those were the last two battles of Jackson's Valley campaign in 1862. This game is part of the Shattered Union series. It is the second game in the series. The first one is Hill of Death, also from Tiny Battle Publishing. The system, a derivative of Blind Swords, created by Herm and Luttmann. First game was Herm and Luttmann's design, I believe. This one is, like I said, Claude Whalen, who I have experience with and we all have experience with. He's starting to design some great American Civil War games. First one is one that I was fortunate to work on a little bit behind the scenes, and that was Thunder at Dawn. But let's get to Conquering the Valley here. So, and by the way, this copy was sent to me by Tiny Battle, so thank you to them for sending me this to show off to you guys. Okay, open her up here. Ooh, got our colored dice. So system, again, Blind Swords, Shattered Union. Also, A Most Fearful Sacrifice has the, I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure I'll have it pop up on the screen. The name of the series for A Most Fearful Sacrifice. But regardless, you know, I know Herm and Luttmann I think he's a tinkerer, right? And he's trying to tinker his system to fit different battles, different size battles, whether it's larger, you know, Most Fearful Sacrifice, or smaller in the case of these battles. So we have our dice here. Looks pretty standard. We're not even going to open her up. No need. Oh, activation cards and other cards. Oh, they're in plastic. What are we going to do? The magic of editing. We're going to make the plastic disappear. Okay. All right. So we have, let's see, are they all activation cards? And they probably are. Okay. Yep, they are. So Blind Sword system was chit draw, right? So it's a two-player game, which this is as well, but that soloed very well. I imagine this will also, because, you know, chit draw, you never knew which formation was going to activate. Here, card draw style, just like a Most Fearful Sacrifice. Be flipping a card over and then seeing, you know, is it a special event? Murderous Volleys here in the Union. You can hold it, use it for defensive fire, or it will eventually be, and again, these cards are obviously in an order here. Oh, you know, Jackson. So Jackson, go ahead. You roll dice, activate that X number of brigades. Jackson's division. Special cards, Friction of War. The one I put back, Fog of War. You will, you know, again, you're rolling, activate division. What orders, may not do this, may not do that. Just things that you're going to have to know as part of the game. Special events, Rebel Yell. You can use it, or you can hold it for the default event. So, a pretty good system, especially for solitaire, but I mean, I'm sure two players well really enjoy this system. So, okay. Although I've not played the Shattered Union series specifically, I know it has its bones with Blind Swords and the other series with Most Fearful Sacrifice. I can't remember the name of it. All right, so Conquering the Valley. Here we have the rulebook. Total of only 12 pages. Very nice. That includes this last page here. Claude Whalen's got some designer notes here, so wonderful. All right, Conquering the Valley. So we have a color rulebook here, matte finish. Text is moderate sized. I don't want to say it's small, but it's definitely not super large text. Telling you what game components you have. Command decision phase. Again, it's going to tell you, right, the formation activation cards, which ones to seed into the deck, or each game turn. It's going to be drawing, so you never know. You know, game turn's going to change. Who can activate? Union, Fremont, Tyler, right? Confederate, Jackson, Ewell, and the different brigades down here. Activation phase. Draw activation card step, or play when you're held activation cards. Explaining fire combat, movement, close combat. Well, those are the steps, I guess, of kind of what order it occurs in. I'm sure it explains it later. And this is the, oh, okay, here we go, because this is the game-specific rulebook. Okay, so I know those of you who knew ahead of time are probably like, Wayne, wait a second, this is just for the game-specific. Well, now I know. Setups for probably different scenarios, right? Did it say that it had different scenarios here? It must. Obviously, it has the two battles. I don't know if there's multiple scenarios within each battle or not. Yep, looks like there sure is. So, for instance, you've got, scenarios. which scenario they will play. Historic cross keys. I was wondering why the rulebook was like, it's kind of light. There's not a lot of detail in it. Oh, wait. Jackson attacks, historic Port Republic. Campbell burns the bridge, cross keys, what if. Ooh, a little what if. Always love when a game has multiple different types of scenarios in it. 2 days in June, both cross keys and Port Republic. Okay, so we have 4 different scenarios. Very nice. This was the actual game rulebook. Here's the series rulebook, which if I had paid attention, Shared Union series rulebook. Oh, jeez. Oh, good job, Wayne. Hey, these unboxings for me, my recons are, you know, just a running commentary as I look. So now we're looking at, oh, still only 14, 15 pages here. So oh, cool artwork. Okay, so 15 pages. Nice index at the front. I like that. Overall series rulebook, and then a big index at the front. I really like that. That's going to help a lot. So I always love to have an index help look things up, especially if you don't have a PDF copy of the rulebook, which this one I do not. Again, game components. We've got pictures. We got aspects in blocks, colored blocks. So maybe it gives you advice, it looks like. Players may wish to do this. Remember this ability. For examples, so different examples, things like that. We have like counters and color. So, all right, everything looks good to me. Again, I haven't played this particular system yet, but I mean, I feel that I'll at least start off being semi-familiar with it thanks to my prior experience. So, all right, let's move it along. What do we got here? We got a couple maps. Maybe double-sided map. Yep, double-sided. Excuse me. Player rate card, maybe, and then counters. All right. Let's look at this player rate card first. Oh my god, look at this beast. All right, so we have the sequence of play here. Looks like in very detail, which is pretty cool. I mean, you know me, I love having nice player aids. I love lots of details, sequence of play, etc. And then on this side, we have our combat result table, and the CRTs, which, remember, you're rolling red and white with this system. And then you have differential between the blue and gray, which is really cool that they do include the, you know, blue and gray dice, right? So you get to experience that as part of it. It's not just the what am I trying to say here? You know, you get to get a little bit of the flavor of it, right? With just colored dice, sometimes it's nice to differentiate. So okay, yeah, it looks a lot more similar to the system used in The Most Fearful Sacrifice to me. So, all right, let's look at the counters, and then we'll look at the map last. Make sure now the counters here I have read online. I've already read on Board Game Geek. You're gonna be careful with them. I'm trying to punch them out. I think they are. So we have 3 like half counter sheets. So actually, hang on a second. They may be folded in half. I think I just had some fall out. Oh my god, mass chaos around here, everybody. Is that? No, I think this is 1. So it is 1. Okay, it is 1. It's just, okay, so just on the edge, it's kind of open. So be careful. Yeah, so I've heard that. You have to be careful. Some are going to pop out, which these popped out very nicely. Union infantry here, obviously. Fresh side. Battle-worn side. Attack, cohesion, rating. But then, and I'll grab those ones that fell in a minute. Take a look at the sheet. So it's, yeah, it's basically 1.5 counter sheets, the equivalent of. Very nice artwork on there. And I always film my unboxings in 4K, so pause the video and take your time to look if you wish. Very nice. But if what I was saying was, what I saw online was, you may, if you're having trouble taking some out, if they're not popping out easy, be careful. You may end up wanting to use a box cutter, a blade, you know, a fine edge blade to try to get them out without having to tear, because the I think when you kind of see the line in the middle here, I think some people were having some counter separate, right? The top come undone from the rest of the counter, from the core, because when you look at them, ones we're just looking at here, you know, it's got the printed top and bottom, and then glued to the brown core in the middle. So just be careful if they're not coming out easy by trying to punch them, which, like, you can feel here. Well, actually these are as well. I may be pretty lucky. I think, well, falling out. I may be pretty lucky. So maybe every copy is different. You never know. And then finally you have VP location markers, and then of course the shaken disrupted markers. As well with the counters, I do want to comment because I did see some comments online. I haven't experienced it yet because I haven't played it yet, but apparently as well with that player aid. So this one here may be more of, it may be actually the player aid, weapon ranges and stuff. I'll have to check myself. I can't confirm this, but from what I saw, some people said that some of the numbers on here may be from the first game in the series, Hill of Death. It may not be for this game. But again, I can't confirm if, has this been updated? Now it says Conquering the Valley right here. So does this mean this is actually including this? Is this side also for it? I don't know. I need to confirm, which you guys will find out once I do some videos on the game. I'll talk about the game. Board Game Geek, Facebook. You guys know where to find me. All right, let's look at the map. Map art by Jose R. Fora. Big fan of his. He does excellent work on pretty much every map of his I've ever seen. So here we have Cross Key. So it's a nice modest, what is this, 22 by 17 possibly map. I'm never good at guessing the 22 by 17. Yep. So probably want to put it under plexi. Looks like it's not going to lay super flat unless you put some books on it. Conquering the Valley, Cross Key. You can see, yep, Port Republic Road here, Goods Mill, yep, Cross Keys over here, Union Church. Okay, flip her over, and boom, beautiful. Little tall one here, Port Republic. So Port Republic down here, yep, and then the coaling up here. So, which was a key part they were fighting over, right? So the heights up there with the Union artillery. Very easy to tell the different areas apart, different terrain heights, different types of terrain. Looks like it's going to be pretty simple to read. So, all right. I think that's it for Conquering the Valley. Definitely looking forward to trying this one, as I am all American Civil War games. You guys know I'm a huge fan. And this system, or at least certainly part of the system with Herm and Luttmann creating it, now Claude Whalen, designing a game. Definitely excited to explore this one. So, Conquering the Valley, Claude Whalen, Tiny Battle Publishing. Let me know if you've played this game. Let me know what you think of it. Otherwise, look forward to further videos on it. So, until next time, everybody. Later.